So this is my Squirrel Proof Bird Feeder that I uploaded about 3 years ago. A lot of people have liked this video and it's now got 1.5 million views. But since building it, there's a few things I've improved and I want to share with you. So for those of you that haven't seen this video yet, this is my Squirrel Proof Bird Feeder. I used a fence post and I cut it into rings and I used silicone to put it together. Birds can easily enter, but the squirrels can't. If you want to see that video and build one yourself, just click on the end screen at the end of this video. So the first improvement I want to show you is what I use for the top and the base and what you should use. In the original build, I used Baltic birch plywood. Many commenters made me aware that this was a poor choice, and they were absolutely right. Even though I had given it 3 or 4 coats of sealer, it still didn't hold up. The water got to it, and just like any plywood does, it swelled and it split. And here's the base, which I've already taken off and replaced. And again, the commenters were right. This was just a poor choice to use for this base. So I replaced the top with some cedar fence boards from Home Depot. They're very reasonably priced, and I'm not sure why I didn't think of this before. I'm not going to treat it with anything. Cedar naturally does quite well out in the elements. I used a strip of cedar underneath at both ends to hold the 3 boards together. I did the same with the base, and because the base and the top are the same size, which is 16 by 24 inches, 3 of these fence boards fits perfectly. And these fence boards at Home Depot are 1 by 6 by 6 feet long. Commenters also mentioned the 2 stainless steel bolts that I have holding it down. They work perfectly. They suggested that I use a wing nut, but if you've ever used a wing nut in the upwards position, it's very difficult to get it started. Using a nut, you can spin it on much easier. You can go with a wing nut if you like, but a nut works perfectly well. All of these are held together with silicone, and it has held together amazingly well. And at this point, after 3 years, it's still very strong. The one corner here became slightly detached, so I reapplied a bit of silicone, I clamped it, and it's all good. Some have said that they would have welded it together, but silicone has worked amazingly well. The next thing I changed was the thickness of the seed tray. It was pretty well the thinnest glass you can get from a glass place. There was a bigger piece of glass attached to this tray underneath. And through the winter, some water must have gotten underneath it, and when it froze, it cracked the base. I also found when I did a regular cleanup about every 2 or 3 weeks, it was very fragile when I had it in the laundry tub washing it out. So I made a new tray using thicker glass. You also want to leave a little bit of space between the glass and the wood so water can escape. I also created a small gap between the tray and the base so that any water that happens to get into the seeds can drain away. And to do this, I just use drill bits as the spacer. You can get these drill bit kits for a really good price, and they have multiple drills of the same size. I just use wax paper, I put a blob of silicone underneath, I put the glass on top, and then I use a drill as a spacer underneath. And this is the drill bit size I used for the gap at the bottom. And this is the size I used between the tray and the base. I had also added these perches in the original design, and I found that these are really not necessary. The wood on the base is plenty for them to land on all by itself. Many commenters also asked how I got these great images of the birds and the squirrels coming and going. And all I used was this neat little motion camera. It sent all notifications to my phone, and it's really fun and interesting to see what enters your bird feeder. It plugs in so you don't have to worry about batteries. The subscription fee is very affordable, and it only costs as much as it is for a coffee per month. It has a magnetic base, and it comes with this steel washer so that you can mount it anywhere. It also has 3M sticky tape on it, so I just applied it to the roof inside the bird feeder. It was one of those things where I couldn't wait in the morning to open my phone to see what visited the bird feeder that morning. If you want one of these, I'll have it linked in the description, and I'll have it pinned in the comments. And like I did in the first video, just take a branch or a broom pole and stick it right through the feeder. This makes it easy for the birds to discover. In addition to that, I found that if you sprinkle seeds around the edge of the platform, this makes a lot of birds find it even faster. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, and hit the bell to get notifications, and we'll see you next time.